Hello everyone, I'm Ratrika Bhaumik and I welcome you all to another episode of Courts Today on LiveLaw, where we update you about all the important legal developments that took place across the country today. We will begin with developments from the Supreme Court of India and then move on to High Courts and other subordinate courts. If you like our content, please do support us by liking and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Let's begin. Justice CJI Chandrachud today took charge as the 50th Chief Justice of India. Justice Chandrachud, the son of India's longest-serving Chief Justice Y.V. Chandrachud, was administered the oath of office by President Draupadi Murmu at the Rashtrapati Bhavan this morning. The former Chief Justice of India, U.U. Lalit, had recommended the name of Justice Chandrachud as his successor on October 11th this year, which the President accepted on October 17th. The senior-most judge of the Supreme Court, Justice Chandrachud, is set to serve as the Chief Justice of India for a period of 2 years until November 10th, 2024, making it one of the longest terms for a CJI in the recent past. We have made a detailed video on some of his notable judgments and also his judicial career, the link to which has been given in the description box below. Please do check it out. The Attorney General for India, R. Venkataramani, today sought more time for the filing of a comprehensive affidavit in response to the batch of petitions assailing the 2016 high-value bank note demonetization. The challenge is being heard by a constitution bench 6 years after a circular was passed on November 8, 2016, effectively rendering invalid 86% of India's legal tender. The 5-judge bench comprising Justices S. Abdul Nazir, B.R. Gavai, A.S. Bopanna, V. Ramasubramaniam and B.V. Nagaratna today expressed dissatisfaction with the adjournment request, saying, and I quote here, "Normally a constitution bench never adjourns like this. We never rise like this once we have started. It is very embarrassing for this court." The Supreme Court is likely to pronounce tomorrow the order on the application moved by Bhime Koregaon case accused Gautam Navlakha seeking transfer to house arrest on account of his prevailing medical condition. This court has considered house arrest as form of custody. All kinds of restrictions we will try out. He is not in the best of health, the top court said today verbatim after an hour-long hearing. The bench also expressed regret over the delay in trial, which is yet to begin, when the charge sheet against him was filed way back in October 2020. The 73-year-old human rights activist was arrested in August 2018 and has been under custody ever since. The Supreme Court of India has asked the Election Commission of India to defer the notification for by-election for Rampur Assembly so that Samajwadi Party leader Azam Khan can seek a stay of his conviction in the 2019 hate speech case before the appellate court tomorrow. Following Khan's conviction in the criminal case on October 27th, he incurred disqualification under the Representation of People's Act of 1951, and the Rampur Assembly constituency which he was representing was declared vacant. Following that, the Election Commission of India issued a press release on November 6th declaring the schedule for by-elections for Rampur. As per the schedule released, the official gazette notification for by-elections will be notified tomorrow, that is on November 10th. In this particular background, Khan approached the Supreme Court of India challenging the by-election of the Rampur seat when his appeal against conviction is pending. The Supreme Court of India today dismissed a petition challenging the nomination of former CJI, that is Chief Justice of India Ranjan Gogoi, as a Member of Parliament in the upper house. A bench comprising Justices Sanjay Kaul and A.S. Oka dismissed the petition, noting that there is no merit in the case. As the counsel proceeded to make good his submissions before the Supreme Court by referring to Article 80 of the Constitution, Justice Kaul added that he should be happy that the court has not imposed costs for this. The Supreme Court has adjourned the hearing of the Securities and Exchange Board of India's challenge against the Securities Appellate Tribunal's order that reduced penalties imposed on NDTV promoters Pranoy Roy, Radhika Roy for allegedly concealing price-sensitive information from its stakeholders. On July 28th, the SAT at Mumbai had set aside the findings of SEBI, which held that Roy's are liable for committing fraud on its investors by non-disclosure of a loan agreement with Vishwa Pradhan Commercial Private Limited. The presiding officer of DR2 Chandigarh, who was restrained from passing any adverse orders in any of the cases pending before him by the Punjab and Haryana High Court, has filed a special leave petition in the Supreme Court of India against this particular order. The temporary restraint, which is set to last till November 30th, was passed by a division bench of Justices M.S. Ramchandra Rao and H.S. Madan of the Punjab and Haryana High Court on an application filed by the DRT Bar Association. The DRT Bar Association had alleged that the particular presiding officer had harassed counsels appearing both for financial institutions and borrowers, among others. A special PMLA court today granted bail to Shiv Sena Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray MP Sanjay Raut in the Patra Chaul redevelopment money laundering case, which is currently being probed by the Enforcement Directorate. Special Judge M.G. Deshpande also allowed the bail plea of Raut's aide Praveen Raut. Sanjay Raut was arrested on July 31st this year and is accused of committing various offences under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act of 2002, that is the PMLA. The Delhi High Court has refused to stay the Municipal Corporation of Delhi elections, which are scheduled to be held on December 4th. A division bench of Chief Justice Satish Chandra Sharma and Justice Subramaniam Prasad said that it is a settled position of law that once an election notification has already been published, the same cannot be stayed by the court. The court made this observation while issuing notice in 3 petitions filed by National Youth Party, an individual, namely Sanjay Gupta, and a resident welfare association challenging the delimitation of wards of the civic body. In a significant development, the Allahabad High Court has dismissed a criminal appeal filed against the order of the special CBI court at Lucknow that acquitted all 32 persons, including prominent BJP leaders L.K. Advani, Murli Manohar Joshi, Uma Bharati, Kalyan Singh, etc., accused of hatching the criminal conspiracy behind the demolition of the Babri Masjid Mosque on December 6, 1992. The bench of Justice Ramesh Sinha and Justice Saroj Yadav dismissed the appeal after reserving the judgment on October 31st this year. The Delhi High Court has asked the centre and Delhi's Lieutenant Governor as well as its government to clarify their stand on the demand for waiver of the fees of children who lost their lives to COVID-19 till they complete their school education. Justice Yashwant Verma observed that the circulars issued by the Delhi government's Directorate of Education on May 13th and June 7th on uninterrupted education of such children do not specifically deal with this particular subject, which is also one of the reliefs claimed in a pending petition before the High Court. Thank you. Keep watching Courts Today on LiveLaw for more such updates. See you tomorrow.